Hello everyone, I'm Renowned Zero. We are back again talking about how Disney is reportedly scrapping Reimagine Tomorrow's DEI initiative and revising Disney Plus content warnings following the re-election of the Orange Man. That's right. Movies like Peter Pan, Pinocchio, and others now no longer will be having a content warning for movies that were made of its time and all that other nonsense. But we'll get into this article here from Bounty in the Comics. It says, in what can essentially be read as the House of Mouse throwing up the white flag in regards to their recent culture battles, new reports indicate that in light of Donald Trump's re-election to the office of the President of the United States, Disney is now undertaking a sweeping reform of their DEI initiatives, beginning with the content warnings used on Disney Plus and the controversial Reimagine Tomorrow campaign, which caused a lot of people to, of course, buy physical media, which you should have physical media anyway, because eventually it'll go the way of the dodo, and having only digital distribution, things like this can happen. Things like what HBO Max has done, like removing episodes of Aqua Teen Hunger Force and the Boondocks, which it was interesting how HBO decided to virtue signal about listening to black voices, yet you took out episodes from the Boondocks, which was written and created by a black man. Interesting how that works. Word of Disney's change in operations was first reported on February 11th, courtesy of Axios' Sarah Fisher. Having supposedly first learned the information from her insider sources, Fisher revealed that not only was Disney quote-unquote moving and changing the content disclaimers it started releasing around certain titles in 2020, but that the company would also be changing its diversity, equity, inclusion, DEI, programs to focus more closely on business outcomes, which is another way of saying didn't earn it. So basically, again, going back to hiring people based on merit, not based on their superficial traits, things they can't change, like their race. In terms of the former item, as mandatorily presented ahead of any and all Disney Plus offerings, whose content contains portrayals of outdated racial stereotypes, said content warnings would warn viewers that, quote, this program includes negative depictions and or mistreatment of people or cultures. These stereotypes are wrong then and are wrong now. Quote, rather than remove this content, we want to acknowledge its harmful impact, learn from it, and spark conversation to create a more inclusive future together. So a cat playing a piano with chopsticks is apparently, controversial. I don't get it. I really don't get it. It continued as presented ahead of such films as Peter Pan, The Aristocats, and Swiss Family Robinson. Disney is committed to creating stories with inspirational and aspirational themes that reflect the rich diversity of the human experience around the globe. Sure you are, Disney. Again, sure you are. These warnings would then ultimately conclude with an invitation for viewers to learn more about how stories have impacted society by visiting their Stories Matter section from their official website that nobody cared to look at. Nobody gave a crap about this at all. Which prior to its removal as part of the culture shift contained various explanations regarding a given film's offending content. At least in my opinion, nobody cared about it. But as of February 11th, while the content warnings still remain, their wording has been rolled back to its less grandiose pre-2020 text. The streaming service now simply informing viewers that this program is presented as originally created and may contain stereotypes or negative depictions. I don't think the warning should be there whatsoever. People should just be able to watch it without having to have some BS messaging before the movie starts. I don't want to see it. Most people don't want to see it. Further, Disney has also moved to shutter the doors on their Reimagine Tomorrow effort. First launched in 2021, the DEI-specific initiative sought to educate company employees on such critical theory-drenched topics as systemic racism doesn't exist, white privilege doesn't exist, white fragility doesn't exist, white saviors doesn't exist, microaggressions, again, doesn't exist, and anti-racism. There's no such thing as anti-racism. There's only racism. When you add the anti part to it, it just sounds dumb and just stop. It's like the people that say racial justice. No, there's only justice. As an example of the Reimagine Tomorrow's curriculum, in one module, Disney declares that not only must potential racial allies, and specifically white ones, embrace discomfort and humility, but they also must challenge colorblind ideologies and rhetoric as all lives matter or quote-unquote I don't see color. Yes, Normal people don't look at a person immediately and see color. You know that old Martin Luther King saying, not to judge. I'm paraphrasing, of course. Not to judge a man by the color, but by the content of his character. Yeah, that's what normal people do. Normal people would judge a person based on the content of the character, not the color of their skin. That's what we call racism. When you judge a person based on their color or their race, actually. The module further asserted that non-black employees must not question or debate black colleagues' lived experiences. No, question everything. How about we think for ourselves and question everything? How about we do that? We question everything. Just like how people question the government when people need to take a jab for the coronavirus. Right? In a memo sent to employees as obtained by both Axios and Variety, the latter of whom would eventually share it with the public, Disney Chief Human Resources Officer Sonia Coleman provided further details regarding the company's active curve away from corporate DEI initiatives. Quote, for over 100 years, Disney has entertained and inspired generations of families from all walks of life around the world. We create entertainment that appeals to a global audience, and having a workforce that reflects the consumers we serve helps drive our business. Again, hire based on merit, not based on bullcrap. Not based on superficial qualities. Things that cannot change. With more than 230,000 dedicated employees and cast members in more than 40 countries across 6 continents, Disney has long believed that the rich variety of talents and experiences our employees bring to their work is good for our business and enhances the experience of our global customers or consumers, audiences, and guests. Creating a welcoming and respectful environment for our employees and guests is core to our company culture and our business. So then stop trying to tell white people that they have white guilt or white privilege when that doesn't exist. Our values, integrity, creativity, collaboration, community, inclusion, guide our actions and how we treat each other. Today I want to provide an update on how our values are embedded in our leader compensation program, specifically our other performance factors, as well as share some of the work that has been underway to evolve our talent strategy consistent with these values. Beginning this fiscal year, we are adding to a new talent strategy factor to our executive compensation planning. This factor will assess how leaders uphold our company values, incorporate different perspectives to drive business success, cultivate an environment where all employees can thrive, and sustain a robust pipeline to ensure long-term organizational strength. Oh my God. People actually working hard and moving up in the company. What a shocking revelation that is. This new factor represents an evolution of important concepts in the former Diversity and Inclusion OPF and will be used alongside our other 2 OPF, Storytelling and Creativity and Synergy. Okay. As many of you know, we have spent the last year partnering with stakeholders across the company to discuss the evolution of our strategic framework for advancing our commitment to becoming welcoming, respectful, and inclusive, and how we operate so we are the best place to work. Again, we don't care if you're inclusive of people. We rather have people who are hired based on merit and not superficial things. The resulting framework, which was released in December, is designed to align our initiatives with our business goals and company values, centered around our 4 key pillars: people, culture, market reach, and community. As we develop our new framework, we looked at ways to enhance our programs and practices to strengthen our workplace environment in service of our business. While some of you are already familiar with what's new, we wanted to highlight some of the key developments. New online destination. In December, we added our new framework for our corporate impact website and the Belong Hub on My Disney Today, with a focus on our above pillars and continued progress. New framework rooted in our efforts to enhance our employee experience marks the evolution of significant work done with Reimagine Tomorrow to seize that branding. We don't care about the Reimagine Tomorrow nonsense. Notably, Disney's new policy change comes just days after the aforementioned President Trump retook office and issued an executive order calling for the immediate ending of radical and wasteful government DEI programs and preferencing. Good. Keep doing it. Keep doing more of that, please. And though his order does not pertain to Disney directly, as they are not a government entity, their recent moves have undoubtedly been informed by a new realization that with the change in administration, DEI programs are now bad for business, even though they've always been bad for business. Because they kept hiring people who don't actually care about the product they're working on. They don't care at all. They have no merit in what they're doing. They get hired to do a job that they don't care about. They hate the consumer. They hate the fans of the product. And they just continue to put out slop. And that's why things like Star Wars and Marvel are where they are today. Because nobody cares about those brands anymore. Because now they just produce slop. They're canon breaking, lore breaking. And people have just moved on. And to find better things that they could do with their time, or better programming that they could watch in their time. So good on Disney for at least going somewhere in the right direction with this, even though I don't think this should be on Disney Plus at all when I'm paying, or not me specifically, because I don't pay for Disney Plus anymore. I haven't paid since they fired Gina Carano. But people that are paying shouldn't have to watch this. It's like paying to watch an ad. Why am I seeing this stupid message before I watch a movie? I don't care. But thank you all for checking out this video. Really do appreciate all the new subscribers, returning subscribers, new viewers, and returning viewers. If you do like the video, hit the like button, comment below if you feel about this, subscribe for more content, hit the bell for notifications, set the bell to all. That way you'll get a notification anytime I post a new video or go live on the channel, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.